Hi guys, how are you all? I hope you're all good. I'm coming on today to run through the cookie recipe. It's really easy and everybody loves it. It doesn't take long at all. Just get all your ingredients ready first and then you just make the mix and that's it. So we have 150 grams of butter. I use the Kerrygold block. Just make sure it's not straight out of the fridge and that it's soft enough. And then you have 80 grams of soft brown sugar and 80 grams of caster sugar. You mix the sugars with the butter hand by hand in a mixer for a few minutes and I'll come back. Okay, that's all mixed up. I'm going to add in an egg into that mix and 2 teaspoons of vanilla extract. Mix that up and I'll come back. Okay, so this is what your mix should be looking like, and I am going to sieve in 225 grams of self-raising flour, half a teaspoon of bread soda and a quarter of a teaspoon of salt. I'm going to sieve that into this, mix it all up, and that's it. I'll be back. Okay, that's all mixed up. It should look like this. And now the fun part, I'm adding, you know the little packets you can buy in Tesco's? They're like a packet of Smarties. You can get them in chocolate, white chocolate, dark chocolate. I have one of each in white chocolate and dark chocolate. I'm sure you can add nuts, whatever you want, dried fruit, cranberries, the kind of thing. So mix that all up and that's it, we're done. Okay, so I've got a sheet of baking paper. You can use cling film as well if you like. And I've just got that mix in a rough line. And I'm going to wrap it up, roll it. When it's all rolled, and just kind of roll it about until you get a nice little cracker. Make sure there's no holes in it and that it's all nice and compacted. It's a bit like Play-Doh. And squeeze the edges and that'll fill out any air bubbles. Pop that in your fridge for an hour. It's just easier to slice, and I'll come back. Okay, so I have left it in the fridge for maybe 2 hours, so it's nice and firm. Here's just a little piece of it, and I'll show you how you just cut it into little small discs, about that size. And I'm going to do 8 of them. Make sure there's lots of room around them so that they can grow and they don't grow into each other. And when I've that done, I'll come back. Okay, all done, loads of space around them, and I'm going to pop them in the oven, 180 near the top. I'm going to try 5 minutes. It's literally, it can go between 30 seconds of them burning or not. So you're better to try under time than over time. So we'll try for 5 minutes and see how they come out. Okay, so I've given them 5 minutes. They weren't fully cooked, so I gave them another 2 minutes and I just kept an eye on them. I also turned the tray around so the guys at the back didn't overcook, and I've just taken them out, leave them for a minute, and then you want to get a little tray that stands and gently, because they're still wet nearly, put them onto the tray to cool. A little trick to make them really crispy is to stand outside in the cold, and that kind of makes them go cold really quickly. And that is it. So I'll come back when they're all done. Now they've totally cooled down and they're gorgeous and crispy. I still have them on my little tray and I'm going to sprinkle them with icing sugar, hold it above and give it a little shake. And that's it, you're done. So I suppose check out how your oven works time-wise. I usually do about 3 batches of them. You can store the leftover cookie dough in your fridge for up to a week, or you can freeze it as well. My advice would be to write down everything, write down your oven times, because it's not something you'll do every day. Thank you so much for watching. Feel free to share the recipe. I hope you try it, and we will talk to you soon.